I am Madan Singh, Assistant Professor of Management Department of Sant Haridas College of Higher Education. Today's topic is formulation of corporate strategies. Subject Business Policy and Strategy. Subject code is BBA 308, Class BBA, Final Year, Semester 6th, Unit 3rd. Business Strategy. Business strategy is essential to the success of any organization. The success of organization is often attributed to effective business strategy. It is therefore important for organization to learn and understand the condition as well as the process for developing effective business strategy. Understanding what strategy really is and adopting the ideal approach to develop strategy are as useful as learning about how to make organizations successful. Process there's content approaches. There are various approaches which I will tell you one by one. Process approach. According to the process approach, business strategy can be formulated through a series of activities. The focus and scope of strategy process approach include all related activities leading to the identification of the strategy as well as choosing the right strategy. Content approach. This approach primarily emphasized only on identifying the specific strategy to be adopted by all the organizations. Its only focus is on selecting the best business strategy to be implemented by the organization. It underscores the specific actions taken by organizations to develop their own specific strategy. As per economic research, organizational approach as a wide and complex process, experts and scholars believe effective business strategy cannot be formulated by using simpler approaches such as the process and content approaches. This strategic focus and scope of business strategy should include these points. First, the whole organization, the industry in which it operates, the competitive environment in which it competes, long-term direction, organizational resources, the distinctive capabilities of the organization and the prospect for success. External versus internal approach. The external approach emphasizes that firms should develop their organizational strategy based on the analysis of their external business environment that consists of various environmental factors. According to Porter, organizational strategy formulated through the external approach can provide significant benefits to organizations. The internal approach suggests that firms should formulate their strategy based on the analysis of their internal environment such as resources, structure and structure. In prescriptive approach, the prescriptive approach emphasizes on explicit plan and logical thought process. In the approach, the process for formulating strategy is defined in advance and its specific components being decided before implementation. The process of the prospective approach involves establishing the mission of the organization, setting the objectives of the organization, conducting the environment scanning, identifying the organization's internal strength and weakness, formulating alternative strategies, choosing a strategy, implementing the strategy, evaluating and controlling the strategy. Competitive advantage approach. The competitive advantage approach specifically focuses on the firm's resources and distributive capabilities as the basis for developing business strategy. According to the approach, firms can obtain their competitive advantage of their organizational resources and distributive capabilities. This approach suggests that organizations should first identify their sources of competitive advantage before developing any business strategy. The 3C approach. This approach basically emphasizes on 3 C's. 3 C's are costs, consumers, and competitions. According to this approach, organizations should emphasize and develop their business strategies based on their capabilities to figure out ways to lower operational costs, attract customers, and overcome competitions. This approach suggests that a company's competitiveness and growth normally result from the price or performance attributes of its current products. Strategic thinking approach. You can see here strategic thinking has been recognized and one of the important approaches to develop business strategy. This approach helps managers to make more effective decisions by keeping and making them more alert of the threats and opportunity. You can see this figure 1. Understanding present situation and desired future, diagnose the business domain, obtaining insight, developing foresight, mapping the future direction, maintaining focus. Figure 1, that is strategic thinking approach model. Now, strategic leadership approach. The strategic leadership approach emphasizes on the important role of leaders in developing business strategy in organizations. According to this approach, leaders have to play an important part in formulating business strategy because they are primarily responsible for the success or failure of organizations. Given these, strategic leaders are expected to inspire, guide, energize, set standards, and mobilize people to make extraordinary things happen in organization, to overcome uncertainty, turn visions into realities, and to move organization forward. The other strategic approaches are as strategic approaches, learning focus approaches, competitive focus approaches, positioning focus approaches, customer focus approaches, trial and error approaches, value added approaches, production focused approaches, efficiency and economic focused approaches, problem focused approaches, innovation approaches, value capture model approaches, corporate strategy approaches, and transient advantage approaches. Stability strategy. This stability strategy is adopted when the organization attempts to maintain its current position. Generally, the stability strategy is adopted by the firm that are risk averse. Usually the small scale businesses, or if the market conditions are not favorable and the firm is satisfied with its performance, then it will not make any significant changes in its business operations. Also, the firms which are slow and reluctant to change find the stability strategy safe and do not look for any other options. Types of stability strategy. Stability strategy is of three types: no change, profit strategy, pause, process with caution. To have a better understanding of stability strategy, go through the following example in the context of customer group, customer function, and technology alternatives. The publication house offers special services to the educational institutions apart from its consumer sale through the market intermediaries with the intention to facilitate a bulk buy. Growth strategy. A growth strategy is one under which management plans to advance further and achieve growth of the enterprise in fields of manufacturing, marketing, financial resources, etc. As growth entails risks, especially in a dynamic economy, a growth strategy might be described as a safest policy of growth, maximizing gain and minimizing risks and untoward consequences. Financially sound, bold, and adventurous management vote for growth strategy. Internal growth strategy. Market penetrations is a growth strategy in which a firm tries to seek a higher volume of sales of present products by penetrating into existing market through devices like following aggressive advertising and other sales promotion techniques. Market development. This growth strategy, as the name implies, aims at increasing sales of existing products through market development, that is, exploring new markets for companies' products. Product development. Product development as a growth strategy implies developing new and improved products for sale and existing market so that people who have otherwise become indifferent to the old product with the passage of time get attracted to the new product because of the charisma associated with the phenomena of newness. Diversification. Diversification is quite an important growth strategy. The fundamental philosophy of diversification is presumably contained in an Old English proverb which suggests that one should not keep all one's eggs in one basket. Major dimensions of diversification's growth strategies are as internalization, diversification. Under this type of diversifications, new products, whether related or unrelated to the present business line, are developed by business enterprises on its own. Vertical diversification. Vertical diversification may backward or forward. In backward vertical diversification, the aim of a firm is to move backwards in the production process so that it is able to produce its own raw materials, basic components. In forward vertical diversification, the aim of firm is to move forward towards distribution process so as to reach the final consumer. Concentric diversification. In case of market related concentric diversification, new product service is sold through existing distribution system. Conglomerative diversification. This growth strategy involves addition of dissimilar new products to the existing lines of business. DCM Limited is a good example of conglomerative diversification. Expansion strategy are concentration, integration, diversification, cooperation, and internalization. The expansion strategy adopted by an organization that it adopts to achieve a high growth as compared to its past achievements. In other words, when a firm aims to grow considerably by broadening the scope of one of its business operations in the perspective of consumer groups, customer functions, and technology alternatives, either individually or jointly, then it follows the expansion strategy. Concentration strategy. The expansion through concentration strategy is the first level form of expansion grant strategy that involves the investment of resources in the product line catering to the needs of the identified market with the help of proven and tested technology. The organization may follow any of the ways to practice expansion through concentration. Concentration strategy are of three parts: existing product, existing market, existing product, new product, and existing market. Integration strategy is of two types: vertical and horizontal. And vertical is divided into two parts: forward and backward. The expansion through integration means combining one or more present operation of the business with no change in the customer group. This combination can be done through value chain. Vertical integration is of two types: forward and backward. Horizontal integration: a firm is said to have made a for horizontal integration when it takes over the same kind of product with similar marketing and production levels. Diversification strategy. Concerning diversification and conglomerative diversification. Expansion through diversification. There are mainly two types of diversification strategy undertaken by the organization. Concentric diversification: when an organization acquires or develops a new product or service that are closely related to the organization's existing range of product and services, called as a concentric diversification. Conglomerative diversification: when an organization expands itself into different areas, whether related or unrelated to its core business, is called as a conglomerate diversification. Internalization strategy. There are This is a quadrant in the left side. This cost pressures, it may be low and high, and local responsiveness, which can be low and high. In the first quadrant, global strategy. In the second quadrant, traditional strategy. And third quadrant, international strategy. And fourth, multi-domestic strategy. The expansion through internalization is the strategy followed by an organization when it aims to expand beyond the national market. International strategy. The firm adopt an international strategy to create value by offering those products and services to the foreign markets that which are not available. Multi-domestic strategy. Under this strategy, the multi-domestic firms offer the customized products and services that match the local condition operating in the global market. Global strategy. The global firms rely on low-cost structure and offer those products and services to the selected foreign market in which they have the expertise. Transitional strategy. Under this strategy, the firm adopt the combined approach of multi-domestic and global strategy. The firms rely on both the low-cost structure and the local responsiveness according to the local condition. Cooperation strategy. Expansion through cooperations. It may be merger, takeovers, joint ventures, or strategic alliance. Merger. The merger is the combination of two or more firms wherein one acquires the assets and liabilities of the other in the exchange of cash or shares, or both the organizations get dissolved and a new organization came into the existence. Takeover. In this, one firm acquires the other in such a way that it becomes responsible for all the acquired firms' operation. Joint venture. Under the joint venture, both the firms agree to combine and carry out the business operation jointly. Strategic alliance. Under this strategy of extension through cooperation, the firms unite or combine to perform a set of business operations but function independently and pursue the individualized goals. Combination strategy. The combination strategy means making the use of other grand strategy, stability, expansion, or retrenchment simultaneously. Such a strategy is followed when an organization is large and complex and consists of several businesses that lie in different industries serving different purposes. A baby diaper manufacturing company augments its offering of diapers for the babies to have a wide range of its products is an example of stability, and at the same time it also manufactures the diapers for old age people, thereby covering the other market segment. It is an example of expansion. In order to focus more on diapers division, the company plans to shut down its baby wipers division and allocates its resources to the most profitable division, that is called retrenchment strategy. Thank you.